Welcome back to the stream. We're probably not going to stream for super long today. We're probably going to get maybe an hour and a half in at the most. Um, Today has been a difficult day, and that is all we're probably going to be able to do. How much money do we have? We have 2 grand. So we're going to have to like check out what we're doing here. I'm feeling like he's supposed to have some sort of something for me, but he doesn't. What is our inventory? Looks like that. Hey Zam. I think we're gonna hit the safe house and see what's in our stash. So I can know what I need to buy. Not what I wanted. Don't have any pay data. Okay. We'll walk away. And we're gonna save real quick. Then we're going to skedaddle. Do the next mission. Okay, so we need to assemble the team and travel to the OTK international offices to tap Night Air Communications in preparations for our Aztechology 1. Let's do that. So, our typical team. You know, I couldn't even finish it. I couldn't even unlock to the second island. I thought it was fun. It just ended up just being something that I don't know. I just couldn't figure out. It says passing through the main doors of OTK International, you find yourself in a stretch of industry hallway. Apparently the company is too small to warrant such amenities as a lobby or reading area. The rest of your team is waiting for you at OTK's Sci entrance outside of the office park beyond the reach of building security. Letting them in should be as easy as opening the service door. I was actually playing on easy. I just, for some reason, just couldn't do the missions. I don't know. You pass by the open door, you see a middle-aged wage slave working at a console. His back is facing the door. He doesn't seem to annoy you. Approach him. Step in the room and make your way towards the wage slave. As you approach him, he bolts upright and begins to turn to you. Oh, nope. I knew I messed that up. We're gonna redo this. We're just gonna ignore everything I just did. I didn't realize, I would trigger alarms. So we're just gonna walk through the building. Just keep going. Gonna ignore him and keep going. You keep walking down the hallway, halfway waiting for a cry of alarm. A few seconds later, you're satisfied. The wage slave is completely oblivious to your presence. You know, I did not get a lot of sleep, and this week has been... Last week was really hard, and this week has already started off extremely hard, and so it's just going to be one of those situations. I'm probably only going to stream for about an hour. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Standing in the hallway is a janitor, a tired-looking woman in her mid-30s. She is staring at you, her eyes wide with surprise. You can't help but notice the alarm panel set into the wall just behind her. With a flick of her wrist, she can make your job infinitely more complicated. Oh, excuse me. You startled me there. A look of confusion crosses the janitor's face as her eyes flit from you to your teammates to the door that you just let them through. You're suddenly aware of how very out of place you look in this building, and the furrow of the janitor's brow tells you that she's made the observation. Who are you, exactly, and how do you get into this building? I'm going to say I'm new, and they brought me in as a QA tester for the Ares project. Oh, well, welcome aboard! For what I've heard about QA testing, I don't envy you. The guy in the back server room will appreciate presence, I'm sure. Thanks, I'm glad to be here. Things are rough out there, and it's nice to have a job. She nods grimly. You're telling me, my husband has been unemployed for a year now. He takes care of the kids, that's something, but money is pretty tight. She gestures towards the open door. Well, step right on in and head to Mandy in reception. She'll get you logged into the system so you can clock in and out. The janitor smiles at you warmly. Thank you. You've been great help. Okay. I hope this week gets better too. But at this rate, it's going to be just one of those weeks. Oh yeah, we don't have a decker. We're going to ignore that. Oh, why are we in combat? It was weird. Warning, authorized access only. Unauthorized individuals will be fired upon. I'm going to step back because I think there might be other options here. Oh no, there is not other options. Well, I guess that's my option then. Maybe not. This might be my option. Contents of the drawer make it clear that this desk belongs to the supervisor of some sort, Mr. Stephen Williams, according to the nameplate. Find plenty of performance evaluations, schedules of upcoming meetings and deadlines, and other decidedly uninteresting files and papers. Investigate the locked drawer. You can examine the lock further. There's no visible keyhole, no input, no card reader. The lock must be controlled through the computer terminal. We're going to leave the desk alone for a second while I inspect. Do not forget, Lucy's B-Day is Tuesday. Let's turn on the terminal. Enter username. Miss Williams? It's gonna be one of those things. Oh, 629, thank you. Amongst the various other items in locked drawer, you find that supervisor's ID badge. There we go. That'll get us not having to attack those things. Hovering silently, the drones sweep their optical sensors over your stolen ID badge. A few seconds later, a synthesized voice chirps out of the nearest drone speaker grill. Level 2, authorized and detected. Proceed. I look at it as if I don't have to attack anything. Oh, this is a restricted area. The guard releases his weapon. His voice is brimming with excitement. Show me your ID now. I'm going to do security. I don't have a company ID. I was sent here by Night Errant's dispatch to check out the status of the patch. Dispatch? The guard sounds both confused and frightened. Look, it's my first day, but the captain didn't say anything about it. I don't question dispatch, son. They say jump, I jump. But look, do you want to get out of my way? I've got a job to do. After a long pause, he stammers out a response. Yeah, you're okay. He steps aside, mumbling to himself. Like you said, they say jump, we jump. Go ahead and do whatever you need to, but don't leave this room, you hear? I want to keep an eye on you. Don't worry, I won't. Where is the comm link? Can't jack in. I really need to get through, would you mind? I can't help you, ma'am. You're cleared to be in this room, but only direct supervision. We can't leave your posts to escort you into the other room. Sounds uncertain and suspicious. You just stay in this room, alright? Check your software from where you are at, or I'll leave. Or I'll have to call Central on this. He's down. I think I just messed up. Because I can't deck in. That's the issue. I can't deck. I mean, I guess I can select myself. No, there's no deckers, so I can't do anything. Let's load. I think my quick save was too long ago. We'll save here. We're gonna do ID badge instead. He squints your badge, scowling. After a few seconds, he lowers weapon. Sorry to have bothered, ma'am. You're cleared to be here, but stay where I can see you. Don't leave this room. Oh, see, that doesn't help me either. I literally have to leave this room. I need direct access to do my job, pal. I can't complete my check from this terminal. Hold there. I'm calling this to clear it with the Central. If they give the go-ahead, I'll take you wherever you need to be. I think we're just gonna attack him. There's nothing we can do about that. Oh, that kind of was awful. That was too. Aha, that is what I thought. They're just hanging out in there, which is so weird. Like, why wouldn't I kill the rigger? The most important person here. Right? They'll come and we'll get them. We promise. Not how I wanted any of that to go. Two more. No, I didn't know they were gonna come from that way. Yeah, I try to be CC heavy just because um, everything is just crazy here. Oh, that's not how I want to do that. Don't shoot her. Is that it? Am I done yet? Bad guy wise? Yeah, I know, I wish there was an option just to avoid everything and just talk my way out of it. So we just have to escape. That shouldn't be too hard. I think removing Eager from the room would be such a hindrance, but yes, it is. I mean, yeah, this is a Shadowrun game, but I just don't feel like it should be that hard. Yeah, see, it wasn't too hard getting away. It only took us like, what, half an hour to do that chunk of the campaign? Not that shotgun. Need 11, 12 more? No, more than that. 17 more karma to get the use of that other shotgun. Or I can just leave it. Let's just leave it. Maybe we should see if we can talk to Simi. No, we cannot talk to Simi. I feel like there must be something I'm missing out on or something. Oh, job well done as usual, and the plan has worked swimmingly, I might add. I've already patched into the night air and comm system. If and when they summon their high threat response team, I will know it. As soon as you've finished resupply, I'd recommend head directly to the district. A commercial district shared by a variety of competing corporate interests. They control the largest share of the district, including major utilities that serve it. You'll find the facility that you'll be raiding there. Considering the level of security is running, I wouldn't count on medical evac being available on this run. In fact, I'd bet against it. That means if anyone falls unconscious in there, they'll be buried alive when the building collapses. Obviously, you can't let that happen. I suggest stocking up on medical supplies before leaving the cruise bazaar. Yeah. Last thing, pal. Ms. Miller sent me a message while you're on the OTK run. She says that when you reach the sub-basement of the facility, you'll find a security door. This door's maglocks can be opened via a voice print recognition system. Apparently, Miss Mueller, she recorded our meeting. She claims that she added your voice print to the database. What does it mean for me? If our client is to believe that you'll have the necessary access to open the door, the rest of your team, however, will not. When you reach the door, I'd recommend grouping up. Only you can open it, so there's no saying what you'll find on the other side. Okay, she should have briefed me earlier. I agree, our Miss Miller is clearly out of her depth. That said, we find ourselves between a rock and a hard place. We desperately need the money she's paying for this job. We've already committed ourselves by attacking the OTK. Despite Ms. Friller's lack of professionalism, we need to press forward, and that means you need to get past that door. Let's go do it. So this is the only job option. Yeah, I didn't get any money for that mission. Yeah, I wanted to get to the med kit too. To do that, I need spellcasting to be higher. Oh. Hires a decker. Yes, Blitz can come with us. That's stupid. Eager. The district is everything your client made out to be. Corporate complexes of all descriptions crowd into one another, competing for the district's limited space. Light burns in all the windows, but the streets stand empty. No shoppers or pedestrians, nothing but signs. Quiet out here. A friend of mine did a job here once, told me that the local wage slaves are all issued efficiency apartments deep inside the compound. Apparently, they've got all the buildings linked up in an underground tram system. Bed to cubicle in less than 5 minutes. Most days, they don't even get to see the sunshine. That ain't living. It's a slow death. He shakes his head. I don't get wage slaves, man. I really, really don't. Okay. We're gonna save real quick. Come on. Save. Packages from these people. This is an open request to search data for these people. They conduct their research in secrecy. They use their money and power to secure the truth. We will uncover their secrets. We will share them with the world. Okay. We'll do what we gotta. Yeah, and if his drone doesn't, then I don't know. He dies and I move on. Really is how I look at this. I'm just fine with him dying. Your comlink buzzes. There's a series of clicks as the connection is established. A moment later, Amsel begins to speak. Alright, pal, that's the complex just in front of you. I'm sorry. Note the heavy security posted at the front door. Those are employees. They're dangerous to be sure, but you could probably take them without too much difficulty. Fortunately, the Azis have also contracted Knight Errant to protect the facility. They're the ones we need to worry about. Just to reiterate, you want to keep a low profile on this run, get in and out as quickly and quietly as possible. Knight Errant keeps a high threat response team on site. You don't want to tangle with them. Trust me on that. You don't need to go loud, give it everything. If you do need to go loud, give it everything you got. You're going to be reducing this building to a smoldering crater anyways, but I highly recommend stealth over a frontal assault. Thanks for the heads up. No problem. If I were you, I'd begin by trying to find an alternative path into the building, something out of sight. Once the facility calls for help, you're going to be on a tight timetable. Yeah, go this way then. Take a walk. Human and dwarf, both in their early 20s, stand huddled in the courtyard. They don't seem to notice your approach. It's been a long time, Mira. I'm getting worried, aren't you? She's my girlfriend, Heinrich. Of course I'm worried, but she can handle herself. On the streets, yeah, but against the Azis, I don't know. It'll be okay. Brave words, but her tones tell a different story. It's plain as day she's worried sick. Oh man, I don't know what to do, Mira, and still say that messing with the Aussies was a bad idea. What are we supposed to do? The compound of theirs lit up like a Christmas tree. They got more power than you know what to do with. We need that juice, Heimer. Our solar collectors are garbage. If we can't keep the lights on after a few days of cloud cover, how do you think we're going to survive the winter? I know, Mira, I know, but we have just bought some secondhand panels. They can't be that expensive, she sighs. We could have, sure, before Danny spent the last of our handful of Nuyen on those forged key cards. She straightens up, puts on a brave face. She'll be fine, she'll be back in a second now. Just you wait. We're gonna talk to them. She looks at you, her expression guarded. Yeah, what do you want? Did you use some help? Sounds like you're in trouble. Her tone is sharp. We'll be fine. What we don't need is a stranger butting into our business, so go away, alright? Mira, look at her. That's a professional. She can help us. He takes a step forward, his arms wide. Please, ma'am, we do need your help. She just doesn't want to admit it. If it's bad for the Azis, it's good for me. I'll help you out. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, too. He turns to Mira. Give her the spare key that Danny bought. She's gonna fix this for us. You can see the mistrust in her eyes, but after a moment's hesitation, she begins to fish around in her bag. Finally, she produces a thick plastic key card. She hands it to you. This will get you into the utility tunnel. Danny went down there about half an hour ago, and she said she'd be back in 10 minutes. Find her for us. Please bring her back safe. Done. And down the hatch we go. Lock appears to be short-circuited. Instant, you sees up the scene playing out in front of you. A young elf dressed in the same shabby chic clothes as the cafe kids were. Danny, cornered with no place to run. A pair of security drones closing in for the kill. The drones are low grade, but they're armed, and Danny's hands are empty. She's in trouble, and she knows it. The futility of her situation is written all over her face. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of early days these past couple weeks. An instant later, the drone sensors alert them to your presence. They spin and use him to face you. Intruders detected, weapons detected, lethal force authorized. Danny's eyes widen and she hits the deck. The panic spills out in a scream. Look out. It's not an issue. We'll just cast haste on Glory. Really sad we don't have eager. But whatever. Maybe we can do this. That is not what I wanted. But hey, it worked. We'll go with it. Danny looks you up and down, and when she's finished sizing you up, she puts her hands on her hips and smiles. Thank you for the rescue. It takes a pair to bring a weapon into Azzy territory. Everybody knows that they shoot first if you're packing. I wouldn't have risked it. Life in the shadows is all about the risks. Yeah, well, running a soycaf shop is a little more my speed. Not there aren't risks. There's always a chance that some drunk will break your windows or a gang will try to shake you down for protection. Those things I can handle, but this? Sorry. She stares down at the smashed drones and slowly shakes her head. Anyways, I'll admit it. I got in over my head, but only a little. Drones won't have shot me. I wasn't armed, but I wasn't looking forward to spending the next week in their interrogation cell. I've heard stories. They're true, love. He shakes his head at her. Word to the wise. If you're fool enough to try something like this again, carry a gun. Better to be shot than to let them take you. Take your word for it. I'm not planning on making a habit of this. She slaps the side of the power gun conduit with a smile. And I shouldn't need to. The tap's all hooked up and ready. Impressive. Emmerich wasn't convinced that you could pull it off. Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can teach yourself to do when your livelihood depends on it. He leans in to expect to work. Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid connection. Nice soldering jobs on the contacts there. I'd say that you're good to go. He straightens, casts a glance at you. You know, Chief, we could use this setup to our advantage. It shouldn't be too hard for me to manufacture a power spike from here. We could overload the Aussie's power grid without disabling the generator's safety overrides. It wouldn't cause any permanent damage, but the confusion might give us an opening to get into the building. Sure. Your call, of course. Just thought I'd bring it up. His eyes go wide. Danny's eyes go wide. Wait, hold up. If you do that, they'll trace it. Aztec Technology will find the power tap and they'll come hunt us down. But we can make it worth your while? No, you can't. Nothing you could give us would make up for what you're talking about doing, so please just drop it, okay? I'll find another way in. She breathes a sigh of relief. Yeah, you know, some people say the Shadowrunners are ruthless criminals, guns for hire, just out for the money. It's good to see that isn't always the case. I'm gonna bail out here. I've been stuck in this tunnel too long already, like you said, and the others are worried, but if there's ever anything that we can do for you, come by the shop. You're welcome at our place for life. Well, I mean, I would have liked to overload it. We're just gonna walk away. We'll find a different way in. I don't want their livelihood messed up. I thought about it for a second. There she is, our hero. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for bringing her back to us. Yeah, thanks. And thank you for helping keep the Azzies off our tails. If Danny had been captured, it would have been bad. She reaches up, grabs Danny's hand, clutches it tight. Worse than bad, babe. A lot worse. She looks down at Mira and smiles, squeezes her hand tight. Anyways, thanks for the rescue. We all owe you a lot, and if there's anything any of us can do for you, just let us know. Well, it doesn't help me now. Yeah, I was half tempted to do it anyways. To me, that is always an option. These types of games, that's what I could have done. In these types of games, I don't care about integrity, because it's just a game. Elchi check covers overalls are smeared with sweat and grime. A scowl passes her face. She looks at you quickly and looks away. Unless you're here to help me fix this panel, you better stay out of my hair, otherwise I'll call security and have them drag you out. Actually, I think I could help. It looks like your problem is coming somewhere upstream. See those connectors there? Yeah, you're right. She looks at you. The scowl has disappeared from her face, but she doesn't look happy either. Look, I really appreciate the help, but I have to do this myself. I'm already way behind, and corporate's gonna have me in trouble if I don't get it done before lunch. You know, if you're that far behind, you could always catch up on other work. Leave me to do the panel. It'd be no trouble. Confused scowl crosses her face. I don't even know you, buddy. Why would I leave you alone with the panel I'm responsible for? What does this place ever do for you? Anything for you? Aside from working you half to death, let me take care of the panel and you can clock out early. I'll even spread a little spending money your way. Make a compelling argument. The job has been load of direct since they canned my assistant. The panel's all yours. I'm off to find a pub. Done. Finally, my decking has helped for something. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a bit frustrating that it's split. I don't know. I think cyberspace and decking should be two different things. Like, what I do in cyberspace should be a completely different skill that I don't have to I'd have to upgrade on my own, you know, because then it would make sense to have it like in a second combat screen and stuff. So yeah, like I just feel like that should be my option. They should be separate. They shouldn't be the same skills. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. But anyways. Nice work, pal. There have been no alerts thus far. Hopefully we'll continue to avoid detection as you make your way through the building. Alert goes out. I'll give you an ETA on their reinforcements, but hopefully it won't come to that. I marked an elevator under PDA. I'll start making my way there if I were you. Most efficient path to reach your objective. Best of luck. Nope, we're gonna reload. Yeah, they should just hide those options. Totally. Because I always feel like I'm missing something because I can't do that skill. And also I feel like Eager's skill set, like, I don't know. Her strength is cool, but she's like not useful. You know, but like she does high damage, so it would have been better if I could, like, I don't know, there's not enough damage output. Decker will jack in. It's weird they don't get to move that far on there too. Whereas his too was the other room. Yeah, shotguns miss way too much. Like, way too much. But like, yeah, they went and they used to do, like, I don't even want them to do as much damage as they did in the first game. Like, they did way too much damage in the first game. But like, they always miss now, and it's just like there's no reason to have them. Okay. So, everything is ours for the most part. Open this door. We're gonna walk away real quick, and I'm gonna press F5 to save that. We're gonna jack in this terminal. I'm gonna deck. A data DNA donor list added. That's important. What's my other option? Get the project data. Okay, so we have to get the project data. Means we have to find that. Thermal spins live. A quick scan of its contents reveal a little about it, but you do find a message that catches your attention. To Lang Kajitja? I got some pretty grave concerns about this new project. I don't know what they're doing downstairs, not exactly anyways, but I'm pretty thoroughly creeped out by some of the inventory requests that have been coming up to my desk recently. When we decided to sign on to this company, we talked this over. We knew the company's reputation, and I said that I could handle whatever came my way. But this, I don't know, Katya, the last order across the line. What would the research team with a bulk order of gags, restraints, and 500 liters of hydrochloric acid? Oh my gosh. Oh, I've got to run. Just got a message over the comm. Looks like Central wants to see me about something. I'll catch you back at your apartment later tonight. Let's talk this over a bottle of wine. I know I could use it. F. Something tells me she never got that glass of wine. You know, right? That's it, right? Walk away. Yep, okay. We have to play Don't Make a Mistake and still search every room. We need to get in there, and we need to get in here. No! I just have to make sure we read this. I don't remember when I actually saved. I thought I got the security cameras already. Oh, no. Yeah, as technology is a really weird word, and I just feel like skipping it most of the time because I'm like, I don't want to have to sit there and read that. Question is, do they see them and freak out, or is it just me and freak out? No, them too. Okay, that's unfair. I can't control them. It's the same thing as before. Totally is. That is not what I wanted. Yep. Mistakes were had. We're gonna reload this real quick. I've already been in there, so I didn't realize it was the same place I'd already been, so I'm not gonna go back in there. Let's dress in these uniforms. This will let us walk around a little bit easier. A few minutes of crashing and a couple of popped rivets later, the job is done. You take a moment to examine your team, then nod in satisfaction. You look like a group of authentic security officers. Well, that's handy. I'm not much for sneaking around. But if you've got to do it, you might as well go all the way. He claps you on the shoulder. Good find, boss. Oh, good. Good. Good, good, good. Well, it's good that you haven't lost Decker yet. Security guard steps towards you, his weapon slung. I didn't expect to bump into you night errant guys in here. You on patrol? Yeah, I was just transferred from HQ. They want me walking the perimeter to familiarize myself with the building. He waves you off. Best get to it then. Oh my gosh, I like slipped past that one. I assume that this opens the front door. We're gonna go look. Yeah, that's how we would have gotten in the building. Okay. Did it. Difficult, but we passed it. My comment is, it's great that I have good charisma. These mercs will enjoy the walk and get used to it. They'll have you walking around the perimeter for the next 2 months at least. Worried-looking man is in an expensive suit, is pacing back and forth in his room. He locks eyes with you, and you can feel him fear radiating out of him. He looks surprised to you, but not alarmed. Oh hey, I don't usually see night errant personnel wandering around this part of the building. What's up? Just making my rounds. They've double patrols tonight. He looks relieved. Alright, well, I won't keep you, but it makes me feel safe knowing that you guys are around. Just doing my job. Okay. Good to know. I have not fudged it yet. This run, save, load. I'm gonna have to like do this all once without like making mistakes. I'm not about them apples. Gives me options of reloading. I'm gonna reload. Sorry about that. Kuma was doing something he's not supposed to do. Well then, Pound, I'm not seeing any comm chatter to indicate the Knight Errant is aware of your presence. I've located a new exit point for you, a security door conveniently located near the generators. I'll mark its location on your PDA. Keep up the good work, pal. I'll contact you if anything changes. So, we're in the sub-basement. We're saved. We're gonna try and get that second access thing. The door slides open with hiss, revealing a surprised-looking young woman in Az-Technology security uniform. She steps towards you, her weapon drawn. Stop! Who are you? She half raises her rifle. Identify yourself. Calm down. My name's Mueller. Knight Errant sent me. She sounds suspicious on the edge. Let me see some IDs. Do me a favor and ditch the paranoia. Central sent me to relieve you. What you're saying is true. Why haven't you heard anything over the comms about it? Beats me. I'd suggest you go ask Central about it. She pauses. This isn't protocol. The entire story is... Are you going to report to Central, or do I go back there and tell them that you refused their order? Alright, we're going. Thanks for heads up. We don't have a lot of time. The alt button here. Nothing to access. Keep moving, pal. You're almost there. With the password, reach the control panel for the generators. Password is Exotl. Should allow you to disengage their safety rights. Self-destruct and get out. See you back at the Cruise Bazaar. I didn't get the information. I need the information. That's what we're doing. Jack in. What I wanted was those guys to trigger. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's just like waste all our time there. I wanted them to go over this way. See, and something I don't like in this world is it's very hard to see what they see, like what it says. Ugh. Okay. We're gonna do the last large blast doors. Yeah, it gets on my nerves a lot that I'm just like, why does everything miss? Even though it's like, I understand it's 60%, that means I have a 40% chance to hit. But still, like, it shouldn't be so horrible. Is this? That. And also that everything's a set amount of, like, not damage, but yeah, like everything's just set. Like, if I hit, I'll always do blah blah blah, and if I miss, I will always not, like, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't have any more protocols either. Gotta keep myself alive for this one. It just always feels like I'm wasting my time. Like, I'm right here, I shouldn't miss. I mean, like, seriously. Scan the node for the pay data. Oh no. I didn't get the data that I needed. Checked all the rooms too, so I don't know why I didn't get the optional data. Oh, this is a restricted area. I got word from Central. Our comms have been compromised and all authorizations are being stacked. My orders are to proceed to a primary defense point and await further instruction. Yields out his hand. I need to see your ID then. You know how Omega level clearance works. So hand it over now. I'm not handing anything until you show me your ID. His eyes widen with narrow slits. You think this is some sort of gang? Hand me your ID or we'll shoot you. You do that and you'll spend the rest of your short life wishing you had it. My uncle runs this facility. His hands bolt upright. Dr. Hultzen is your uncle? I had no idea. Please carry on, ma'am. Yeah. See, I like how I'm, like, able to, like, manipulate the situation there. I guess I could have, like, climbed through stuff, but I don't care. I like the being able to walk everywhere game. So. Place creeping him out. Place creeps me out. Cell doors. So good thing is all the cameras are down. So I need everyone to be with me. What? I just convinced him just to let me through. Which is awesome. Oh, amazing. A maglock with a voice print recognition system has been fixed to this door. According to Amsel, Ms. Mueller has already logged your voice print into the system, but there's only one way to be sure. Okay, open up. Authorization PAL. The screen background changes from blue to green. Access granted. You hear the sound of heavy machinery rumbling to life. A moment later, the locks on the door release. It is a bit far-fetched, but I love it. The door slides open, revealing a group of figures wearing green cloaks. The nearest of the figures look upon his work. His stare seems to bore into you. Who are you and why are you here? His voice is soft and slow with a slight accent. Answer me now. We're your new security detail. Centris sent us down here to familiarize ourselves with the lab. He pauses for a minute, inspecting you. Well, you certainly look the part, and more security is always welcome. But you understand, of course, that I can't take your word for it. Of course you can't. Why don't you come a little closer? I'll show you my ID. Oh, no need, he smites graciously. I know a better way of determining the truth. In a moment's smooth motion, he pulls a knife from his belt and draws it along his own forearm. The blade leaves a stripe of blood in its wake. Allow him to finish. You stand impassively as the blood mage completes his chant. At the last syllable escapes his lips. A blinding pain ignites behind your eyes. Slowly, a horrible twisting sensation begins to build in your guts, and the blood mage smiles widen. Your tongue feels strangely thick, and to your horror, it begins moving of its own accord. Oh, that's not good. No, we're gonna back out of this. Bye. Oh, load game. Load this game. Confirm. Yeah, blood mages are always weird. Blah blah, blah blah. Blah blah. I'm gonna say ask me again nicely. He pauses for a moment, inspecting you. Such insolence, such hubris. He shakes his head. Sorry, so very foolish. You answer my question, pest, whether you want to or not. Reach for your weapon. You reach for a weapon, but too slowly, much too slowly. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. It's the same thing. Give in and speak the truth. You don't clench your jaw, the words begin to spill out from you. They come in a torrent and a flood. Blah blah blah. Very wettening. Thank you for your cooperation, pal. I'm sure to tastefully memorize you in my report. Gonna be bad. I don't think we're gonna get out of this without having everybody die. Trying to split us up so we don't get shot in the back and stuff. Uh-oh, I don't know what you just did, but I'm seeing a sudden burst of contracting. You must have tripped an alarm of some kind. Obviously. Get ready, pal. The high threat response team is on its way. Like, how could I not have, like, noticed that I did that? Like, seriously. I think I hit my own little dude, but whatever. I can heal him. Because I have healing, so it doesn't matter too much. We'll arrive in 18 turns? Oh, I can probably get out of here in 18 turns. Oh, that's great. His mech is dead. That was an experience. Didn't think that would happen. Here. I want you. Oh yeah, I use that on them. Who do I want? Need glory to finish you off. No. Pow pow the bun bun speed. 6 damage, really? Seriously. Okay, so that takes 2 of them out. He's been hit really bad. Fine, he's almost dead, actually. Ow. Okay. Heal myself. He is gonna heal himself. And he is probably gonna move somewhere else. You gotta think about that. Finally. Okay. That's what I want. Okay. Oh, seriously? That was stupid. Could be a poor choice. But I should be able to go here, heal myself, make it back to cover. I hear myself, but heal me, that'll heal him, I can run back to cover. And then I get to decide what I get to do with him. At least that. And then attempt that. Nope. Who are you? Doesn't help me. One damage? That's ridiculous. Okay. Okay, cool. We got the big guy down. Oh gosh, no, I just hit Glory. That was so stupid of me. Terminal's been locked. There doesn't seem to be a way to unlock it from here, but it's connected to a number of other terminals in the room. In theory, a Decker could probably enter the lab's dedicated matrix server, unlock the terminal from there, but doing so will almost certainly raise an alarm. Okay. I don't understand where I need to go or what I need to do here. Oh no, there's more bad guys. Not what I wanted. Well, there it is. There's the stupid jack symbol that they didn't have, the jack-in symbol they didn't have earlier. Let's bring the Decker, bring him back down here. Hope he doesn't die. I guess I could have overwatched. I didn't think about that. Okay. We have 9 turns to get this done. That's just a waste of time. Man in the cell stares at you through red rim eyes. His body's marked with obvious signs of mistreatment and neglect. He opened his mouth to speak, then closes again and swallows hard. He tries again, and the voice that comes from him is weak. You have killed the master. You slaughtered them like lambs. How is it possible? Wasn't easy. Who are you? He continues to stare at you, bug-eyed, unblinking his mouth agape. Me? I have no aim. I have no need of one. But you killed the master. It is our place to die, not theirs. Sorry to disappoint you. Disappointment? No, it's not our place to feel such thing. My brothers and I are grown here, gestated in tanks to serve our purpose. The masters will will it to be the purpose. What are you talking about? We're test subjects. Our purpose is to suffer and die. His voice is utterly matter of fact. If any of this bothers him, he doesn't show it. In doing so, we provide useful research data. It is what we are made for. Can you tell me about this project? The mages wake us up from our slumbers, sometimes in twos, sometimes more. One is taken to another part of the facility, the testing lab. The rest remain in their cells. The mages run their test, and the entire group dies. What do they do? So if they do something to one of you, they do it to all of you. He nods. Yes, they haven't chosen a subject from my group yet, but when they do, my death will come. I won't hear the chanting, I won't see the mage, but I will share in the suffering, and I will die, and then another will be grown to take my place. Well, I'd like to bust you out. His eyes go wide. It looks as if he's been having difficulty processing what you've told him. Out? But our purpose? We'll get you out of here. He nods. Yes, we will run. All of us. Thank you. Okay. So, I get to eviscerate this person, hopefully. I don't think I'm gonna get this done. What's our exit? My hope is if I do this right, get everyone out. And leave him right there to do this. It shouldn't miss. should get back here now. Go that way, then we'll go that way. Oh my gosh, no way. Seriously? I didn't think I needed POW to be there. Ugh. Copy the data for later analysis. Okay, good. I think I'm supposed to disable this. And it's X. Oh, a lot of. Oh my gosh, what is it? Second. XOLOTY. I'm gonna remember that. XOLOTL. Bottle. Do it. Over the generaries. Got it. Over the building speakers, a synthesized female voice repeating the states the obvious. Generator overload imminent. Please evacuate the facility. That's it. That's done it. Come on, Chief. Let's listen to the nice lady and get out of here. It's his job to make my move that direction. Neutrals are going to take their turn. Pow is going to run her butt into here. Lori can't do anything. We take Dietrich, and we're gonna move him in as far as we can. Just got nothing. He's gonna run in as far as he can. Not what I wanted, but whatever. You can do that, I guess. No, I said move in here, not move in here. That's great. I just wasted a full turn there. Because stupidity. Okay, this is stupid. I'm just going to leave. I don't think there's a reason to stay in anyways. Everybody reach. There we go. Oh good, they got out with me. Gradually the ringing in your ears clears and the world comes into focus. The generator overload did its job, just as Ms. Mueller said it would. The Aztec facility has been reduced to a smoldering crater strewn with a chaotic jumble of cracked marble, melting plastic, and broken support beams. You can barely make out the faint wail of approaching sirens. They're still far away, but they won't be long. Wow, Chief, that was intense. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course, but that was a little more dramatic than I was expecting. I think they deserved it. Yeah, Chief, the place felt wrong. You could feel it in your heart, you know, creepy. Blitz steps back, blinking. A sudden gust of wind kicks smoke and dust into the air. It's funny, I've heard lots of rumors about the Azis over the years. Stories about making monsters and consorting with evil spirits, that sort of thing. I always assumed that they were urban legends at best, or xenophobia at worst. Definitely not true at any rate. Looks like I was wrong. The Azis are boogeymen, just like the stories say. It's enough to make a man rethink some things. Do you think they could use blood magic to track us? After an explosion like that, he brushes an errant flake of ash off his shoulder. Nah, boss, not a chance. Anything we might have left behind, any blood, skin, or hair, has been cooked right through. We'll be fine after we clear out of here. Approaching siren grows louder. They know, now accompanied by another sound, the whine of an approaching rotocraft. What they were doing in there was wrong. More than that, it was terrible. They had to be stopped. We stopped them. It was as simple as that. The test subjects that you liberated mill about aimlessly blinking against the light. The foremost clone takes a step forward. But what of us? We have no purpose now. This is not supposed to happen. It is wrong. Without our master to guide us, what will we do? Whatever you want to. You're free now. You're not supposed to be anything. Find yourselves a new purpose and make it a good one. The lead clone stares at the crater, trembling. We will try. The approach of siren grows louder. They're now accompanied by another sound, the whine of an approaching rotorcraft. We've already said that. You linger for a few minutes longer, but there's no movement in the Viridian rubble. You retreat to the cruise bazaar. Way too much hacking. Like, way too much hacking. It didn't need to be like that. For sure. Karma 12. Wow. Well, we're gonna... Actually... I know this is weird. But Algernon... Somewhere... Where is Algernon? Oh, he's like down here. Question. Came by some data on a job. It's written in a foreign language. Maybe you can look at it? Of course, hand it to me, if you will. Algernon sweeps his eyes with information on his PDA. His mouth curls into a frown and then a grimace of disgust. This is an abomination. You would do well to delete it. What is it? He meets your eyes. Nothing that should exist, but you're looking for specifics. You will continue asking until you have them, the impetus of youth. Very well, I'll try to provide the knowledge you seek. This is a great power in blood, POW. It can be used as focus, battery, or a bridge. The blood mages of these people are widely feared for their proficiency in abusing this power. The project, this bloodline, seeks to abuse the power of blood in a novel and horrifying way. The technique described in this document, a spellcaster could use a person's blood as a magical conduit. In layman terms, a spell that could be channeled through a father to kill his son, through a niece to kill her aunt, and anyone with a hereditary connection to the original target, regardless of distance. You see the ramifications of this? Do you understand what this means? With the project completed, were the techniques described within perfected, nobody would be safe. You could run and hide, you could go to ground, you could bury yourself in a mild concrete. It would not matter. As long as they can find a blood connection to their prey, they could target them, and it would be fatal. He hands back the PDA information intact. This is yours, pal. You've heard my counsel. I will leave the rest to you. Cool. Gee, that's... I really wish I hadn't missed out on whatever absinthe was. I mean, I don't see an issue with turning it over to these guys, because they, like, I don't know, they protect people. I mean, I just don't see the issue. It says, machine accepts the data uploaded, and only a few moments later, a cred stick spat out freedom, quality information, these people. What I've decided to do with it. I think it's just a better decision there. How is he doing? We already know that. Can I donations? Well, then that's it. Okay, what else is our options here? Oh my gosh, 20 karma. Well, now I can do stuff. So I need what? 12, 22, I think, to get that shotgun. Or I can increase my biotech. My spell casting, that's something I wanted to. Just our willpower. I think I'm almost there to get... Oh, that's the wrong button. Get spell. If Blitz has anything to say, and then we're gonna probably be done here soon. Doing all right? I'm doing great. Okay. I've already asked him questions, so I don't see the point of, like, I don't know. I can try and pull them out of him, or I could just not care. And I guess I just don't care. Need range combat 6. Thank you for assistance. As a sign of your appreciation, we decided to reward you with a piece of biotech from one of our operatives acquired in a recent job. If you wish to take advantage of this, go see Dr. Ezekiel. The implantation surgery has already been paid for, so there'll be no cost to you. Thank you for your help and enjoy your new toy. That's weird. You submit a job as finished and await your client's response. A few moments later, a message pops on the screen. Ms. Friller, Pow. If you're receiving this message, I have fled the country or I'm otherwise unavailable. Don't worry, you'll still be getting paid. They share cooldowns. Yeah, I was gonna do both, but then I remembered they share cooldowns. Don't worry, you'll be getting paid. I've made the appropriate preparations. In any case, Pow, thank you for helping me. Please do not attempt to contact me again. As far as the world and my former employers are concerned, I am buried under a ton of rubble. It is best that I remain that way. Yvonne Yamirez, aka Frau Mueller. That. My crew was that. Resupply was that. Deduction for Alice funds. Remainder goes into Pow's account. We have none. Open the jobs directory. Don't do that. Actually, I should have checked the funds. Yeah. Account admin override password required. Admin user Paul Amsel. Pal, please speak with me when you're ready to proceed with the payment. Okay. Well, so we're pretty close to getting to the end of the game here. I don't think there's much else to do that I want to do today, and we can continue this tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, like, I won't have any issues with having to deal with tech support or any of those things, and there'll just be time for me to be able to do what I would like to do. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the continuation of the stream.